Well, I am a scientist, so I got the part because I was the only scientist slash actor in Toronto, so it worked out really well that way. I auditioned, and I had I think 3 auditions in total. The first one was like on my own, and then they brought me in again just to see for sure if I was like maybe someone they might want to work with. And then I auditioned with Anna, and we had to see if we had any chemistry. And it's a hard thing to do because you have to like show people in 10 minutes whether or not you have chemistry with another person. So I'm trying to desperately like admit chemistry to Anna in the audition. Weirdly, because that's not natural at all, but that's what I was, they were like, we really need, you know, these 2 to have chemistry, which I think Anna and I do naturally, but like in 10 minutes you have to like convey that. So it was very stressful, but we got there. I think we had enough, because here I am. I think for Lauren it's great because I imagine that she's done all of the things she can do in the human world, like with her science. I imagine she's kind of hit that ceiling, sort of. And then so it challenges her in the Fae world. I think she finds it a place where she's challenged. But I think it's also really lonely for her in some ways because there's nobody else like her. And Kenzie and her are sort of at odds at times, it seems. And so I don't know that she has another kind of, you know, person to kind of relate to. She's on her own out there. When the show began, I think they had a very clear idea of Lauren and what they wanted. She was a very particular type of person, a very three-dimensional person. I think they did a really great job of creating a character. But then I think as you go on as actors, sort of they get to know the actor a little better, and they write to your strengths. They write to sort of things that you're more capable of. And they don't know that at the beginning when they cast you, right? Because you go through the audition process and they sort of meet you and they have like a very limited sense of you. And then as you go, we're on season 3 now, currently filming season 3, and they start to get a better idea of what you can do and what you can't do, and you know what you have a harder time with, and they'll stay away from that sort of stuff. And so yeah, I think it just evolves. I think you start to kind of collaborate a little bit. I think that the part of Lauren I like playing the most is that she's kind of this jumble of bits of personality, you know, like she's a really nerdy kind of geeky science person, and when she's working in that world, that she's completely committed to that. But on the other hand, she's also, I think, got a ton of passion in her, and for her work, for Beau, for the Fae as a whole. Like she's got a lot of different little qualities about her that I like, you know, that she's kind of this, she's a bit of a huge swing between being kind of like, it's about facts and it's about numbers and she's in science world, but then there's this other side of her that is really open and warm and passionate and brave and loyal, and like she's kind of got a lot of traits about her that I think is pretty cool. I didn't learn a lot about her before I played her. You know, I sort of had to learn with every script, which was a challenge because in the very beginning in season 1, she was a bit of a mystery, and we didn't know even if she was good or not good, you know, and neither did I. So I had to play certain scenes on a line in such a way that if anything then got revealed later on, that it made some sense. I couldn't make certain clean choices because I didn't know either whether or not she was really into Beau or not into Beau, or if she was good or evil. And so, and it was kind of fun to do that as an actor. It was kind of fun to not know, because I had to find ways to play certain scenes so that I didn't give away too much, or that I didn't make a really clear choice to sort of tell the audience too much. So yeah, no, I didn't learn, I kind of learned about her at the same time that the viewers did. That, yeah, I mean, like, that season was a tough one for her because she was sort of treated in a really subservient way. I mean, at one point she was locked up and sort of in prison. And I think that the way I related to it was that I think everybody has felt that at some point. I know I have. You know, where you are less than, or you feel less than. And I think that that's what it was for her. She was sort of treated like she was less than for a whole year. She was less than Faye because she was human. She was almost disposable to some degree. And I think the thing that kept Lauren being necessary was that she is brilliant, and she does actually have, they do need her. The Faye do need her. She knows the most in their world as a doctor and as a scientist. So that was kind of the saving grace a little bit for her, that she wasn't just any other human. But outside of that, you know, humans aren't necessarily revered in the Fae community. So yeah, so that was a struggle for her. Yeah, that's a hard question. What is her greatest strength? Because I think she has a lot, but I think that she is relentlessly sort of, I think when she has anything in her mind, she won't stop. I think she's relentless. She's tenacious. She's like committed, and I think she's immensely loyal to wherever her focus is, you know, be it Bo or the Fae as a group, or her project of the day, or, you know, I think she really commits 1,000,000%. You never get less than 1,000,000% of Lauren, I don't think. I think that, well, gosh, I think that Bo would be a big cat. I think she'd be like a panther. I don't think she could be a little cat. That's not, it wouldn't work. So I think Bo would be a panther. And then I think if Lauren, I think she'd have to be like a Siamese cat if they could be big. Like if you could have a big panther-sized Siamese cat, then Lauren would be that, and Bo would be a panther.